Hello and welcome to GCS Today here on Channel 21, the program that brings you news and information from Gaston County Schools. I'm Todd Higgins. On today's episode, we talk with Maggie Joe Hess, the Gaston County Teacher Assistant of the Year, about her professional journey in education. Plus, we bring attention to a statewide recognition for Ashbrook High School teacher Jesse Birnstall. Joining me on GCS Today is Maggie Joe Hess. She is a teacher at Webb School and is the current Gaston County Teacher Assistant of the Year. Maggie Joe, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Okay, you worked as a teacher assistant and you were named the Gaston County Teacher Assistant of the Year. Now you are a teacher at Webb School. So you've made the transition from teacher assistant to teacher, classroom teacher. Tell us about that. What is exciting about that transition?
I think that it made the transition to a teacher a lot easier than stepping right out of college, just because I knew our students a little bit and I've been in the classroom, so I had a little more hands-on experience with the students. So, I was a little nervous the first few weeks, but it really made the transition a lot smoother. So it definitely helped out a lot.
So you are in your first year as a classroom teacher. How many years did you work as a teacher assistant?
I was a teacher assistant for 3 or 4 years beforehand. 3 years, I think.
So you've gotten that experience in the classroom. So it made for a good transition.
Yes, it did. It really helped just getting to know the students and being in the classroom and seeing things. So it definitely helped out a lot. Yes.
So who or what inspired you to become a teacher?
I would say the students, because I never saw myself as being a teacher, but once I started to work with the students more and more and I got to see their growth into the school, it definitely inspired me and it helped me coming back every day. So it was definitely the students that inspired me to be a teacher.
So tell us a little bit about your classroom and what is exciting about your job at Webb School.
Oh, I have the best job at Webb School, or the best job. I work in the pool. So I get to see all the kids and they love coming down to the pool, and I love seeing their growth, how far from their swimming skills and building that confidence in the water. But a lot of the kids are ambulatory, and just to get them in the water and get them independently and moving on their own is one of the best and most rewarding experiences I get to experience each and every day. So I love it.
So tell us a little bit about Webb School. Of course, it is the school here in Gaston County that is for students who have special needs. And you mentioned the swimming pool. I know that Webb has a greenhouse. You have a wonderful playground there. There are a lot of programs that are available there for students with special needs. So tell us a little bit about your program.
Our program is with the pool where it's therapeutic for a lot of our students, especially those students who are in wheelchairs. And so it is just helpful for them to stretch out their limbs when they're not able to do that on a regular basis. And it is working on building the students' confidence in the pool when they're not able to. So, and it's a little bit recreational. So it's definitely, it's great for them. It gives them a lot of freedom that they're not used to having.
So let's talk about your class and your experience as a teacher. What has that been like?
It's been a great experience. It's been an interesting year coming during a COVID year, but it's definitely been a great one. It's taught me to be open, to be very communicative with our parents. Get technology. I've learned to use that a lot, which I never thought I'd use technology in this way to teach. It's definitely has its moments of difficultiness, but it's been rewarding. It's been a great year to start.
Okay, so you are homegrown in Gaston County Schools. Tell us about your education story.
So I started out at St. Michael's Elementary School, and then I went to Greer Middle School. I was in they had a academy there. I was in there, and then I went to Ashbrook School, which I absolutely loved Ashbrook. And then I went off to ECU, and then I came back, and I didn't think end up back in the school systems, but Miss Howe said she was looking for somebody, and I said, of course, yeah, I was needed a job, so, and it led me to a teaching job, which I'd never thought I'd do it, but I absolutely love what I do, and I love coming to work every day.
And I understand that you are from an education family. Is that right?
Yes, I have. My dad is a high school math teacher, and so is my sister. Is a high school math teacher as well.
So I assume that maybe did that have a little bit of influence on you, knowing that, hey, teaching could be a good option for me?
It did have a little influence on me a little bit. I was trying to avoid it, but once I got into teaching at Webb Street School, I was just like, oh, this actually could work out. Yes.
So when you think about your professional journey, how do you know that teaching and education is the right choice for you?
It kind of fell into my lap. And as I was a teacher assistant, my love for teaching students and watching them grow, that was where I truly fell in love with teaching and education.
And I think it is good to point out that, you were named our Gaston County Teacher Assistant of the Year leading into this school year. And then, of course, this school year, you had already become a classroom teacher. So I want to make sure that people understand that when we reference you as the Gaston County Teacher Assistant of the Year. If there are teacher assistants out there that are thinking about, hey, I might like to become a classroom teacher, what advice would you give to those teacher assistants? What would you say to them?
I would advise them to go for it. Start studying for your praxis, start sending out a college application. Going from a teacher assistant to a teacher is one of the best things I could have done. Just having that already classroom experience is definitely very helpful for that transition. So I definitely advise to do it. Yes.
And I think it is great that you have found your professional home back with us in Gaston County Schools, having attended Ashbrook High School and graduated from Ashbrook, and now back at Webb Street School, before as a teacher assistant and now as a classroom teacher. And it looks like your year so far, even with the pandemic, your year is going along very well.
Yes, it is. It's nice to be back at home. I love working at Webb Street in Gaston County. It's a family place. It's family here.
Maggie Joe Hess from Webb Street School, we appreciate you being with us here today on GCS Today. You're watching GCS Today here on Channel 21. We will be right back.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you.
Joining me on GCS today is Jesse Birnstall. He is an English teacher at Ashbrook High School and the recipient of the North Carolina English Teacher Association's Outstanding Teacher of the Year Award. Congratulations on winning a statewide honor.
Thank you so much. It is really a great honor to receive this award.
So tell us a little bit about being the Outstanding English Teacher of the Year. What does it mean to you to know that you have received this distinction?
To paraphrase Juliet, it was an honor I had not dreamed of until I received the email that I got it. I was nominated without really knowing that I was being nominated, and so it was a great surprise. It's a great honor. My younger self would have really wanted to actively pursue recognition like this, and now that I'm a little bit older, I'm almost like a little bit embarrassed talking about it. Like, of course, it's nice to be recognized, but I think there are so many great English teachers in our school and in our system that it's hard to say like that I deserve this award more than anyone else I know. So it is, of course, a great honor, but also something that, you know, I appreciate hearing that I'm doing well, but I know there are others who are doing amazing things as well.
So let's go inside your classroom. What is it like to be a student in your class?
Well, it depends a lot on which class period that it is, because I have a lot of different preps right now, but no matter what class we're in, we are probably either reading or writing or doing some combination of those things, or talking about analyzing literature. Students are actively discussing with each other and discussing with me their ideas and their interpretations of texts. We're reading a wide variety of texts. I think it's really important as an English teacher today to complicate the canon by adding in voices that have previously been marginalized. So it's really important to me, like right now we're reading poetry and we're bringing in poets from really a diverse spectrum of Americans and getting more perspectives than just one point of view.
So how do you get students interested in English?
Ooh, good question. I think the biggest thing is helping them to see that it has some meaning to their life, to show that there's a way to connect what they are reading to what they are going through in their own lives, and to see the value behind like digging into a piece of literature and finding meaning to it.
And I think it's too also is there's a sense of discovery for students to find those messages and to learn about characters, and then also being able to identify with characters and learning about those lives, whether they're real or fictional. You have something that you can take away from reading a piece of literature or a poem or whatever it may be.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I understand that you are originally from Minnesota.
Yes, that's right.
And you found out about Gastonia through a website that provides job opportunities for teachers. And you have made Ashbrook High School your home for the past 15 years. So what has kept you at Ashbrook?
Well, like you said, I found the school. I was hired through teach4nc.com. A friend of mine, Trish Franklin from Greensboro, recommended to me to apply on that website. And so I did. And that's how I got my first few job offers. And as a brand new starry-eyed 23-year-old, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally going to be a grown-up with a real job. And I was so grateful and appreciative that Paige Carver took a chance on me. And a lot of teachers, I think, didn't think I would make it through my first year. I had a really challenging first year, but it felt really like I was making a difference. And isn't that why all of us who went into teaching, because we felt like there was a way to make a difference in the world? I feel like at Ashbrook, I've found the place where I can make the biggest difference and be the most effective as a teacher. A friend of mine said to me just the other day that she feels like she fills a niche here that she couldn't fill anywhere else. And I think that's what really keeps bringing me back to Ashbrook. We have such a great community. We have great students and parents and great staff. And I just feel like this is where I belong. I can't see myself anywhere else right now.
Now, I understand that you are a popular and a well-liked teacher. Is that true?
I guess it depends on who you ask about that. But I think in general, most of my students like me. Yeah. I go by Mr. B, and I try to meet students where they are. So I think I'm, yeah, I'll say yes to that, Todd.
Okay.
I think I'm well liked.
Did you always want to be a teacher?
No. Oh gosh, no. When I was in kindergarten, I wanted to be a firefighter. Doesn't every kindergartner want to be a firefighter? I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a judge. I thought I would be the president. I thought I would be like a pop singer. In high school, I thought I would be a lawyer. Like I was in mock trial, and that was something I was really passionate about. But I felt like there was a lot of things with law where I couldn't really justify with my sense of like personal ethics, that I felt like that there were reasons that going into law wasn't the right fit for me. And I thought going into education, I could pursue something that ethically I felt was that I was doing something that was just and right in the world, and hopefully helping to shape a generation of Americans who will go and change the world in their own way.
What are some of the classes that you teach, and maybe which class is your favorite to teach?
Well, like you said, I'm an English teacher. I started out my first year, I taught Foundations of English 9 and English 9. But since then, I got my my board certification and my praxis so I could teach upper grades. And so I have taught a little bit of everything 9th and 10th grade. I also teach a lot of elective classes, currently public speaking, creative writing 1 through 4, and SAT, ACT review honors. And I especially enjoy those elective classes. They're a lot of fun for me because students get to be more expressive and creative in them than they do in some of the core required classes that all students have to take. So it's a lot of fun to work with students who find joy in the English language.
And I know that you really enjoy the creative writing classes.
Yes, if I had to choose a favorite, I hate the word favorite. I don't think it's fair to all the other things that you love. But if I had to choose a single favorite, it would be creative writing level 2. Because I think after establishing like a baseline level of writing in creative writing 1, getting to work with those same writers or writers that another teacher has worked with and bring them up to a level and really refine the writing and strengthen it and find ways to improve on and find their own voice. I love that stage of the writing process more than anything. And working with those kids is such a joy.
And I think too, as a teacher, an English teacher, certainly you have students read things. They do a lot of reading.
Yes.
But I think the writing part is especially important because that's where you find that expression. And as a teacher, you get to see things and understand things about your students that I think can be very rewarding.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'm so passionate about the creative writing classes, and we have a lot of students who submit to contests and receive awards. We haven't done as much of that this year. We haven't been able to go and compete in poetry slams like we normally would, but those are kind of my greatest areas of passion outside the classroom.
And it is interesting to draw parallels between the subject of English and the arts, because I do think that English has a certain aspect of being creative, being artistic, some of those characteristics that you may find in theater arts or in band or music. You can really see how those characteristics cross the curriculum.
Yes, sir. And I have so many students who have such creativity and don't always get an opportunity to express it.
So let's go back to the statewide award, the Outstanding English Teacher of the Year award. And of course, that is presented by the North Carolina English Teachers Association. You won that award, and let's talk about the qualities. What qualities do you think a teacher, an outstanding English teacher of the year should possess?
So funny because the criteria for the award are so like generic that it's hard to quantify exactly what they're looking for in the award. But to me, to be an outstanding English teacher is to, of course, have a strong content knowledge and an understanding of literature and language and writing, but also to have a passion and a drive and to support students as they delve into exploring language and literature. I think being able to scaffold students and bring them up to a certain level where they are able to meet standards that they could not previously meet. I think to me, that's what really being an effective English teacher is all about.
And would you say that you possess the qualities of being an outstanding English teacher?
I mean, North Carolina English Teacher Association must think I do, so I'm gonna say I guess so. My Minnesota humility kind of makes me feel like, oh, I should say, oh, Todd, I'm just a good old nice little northern boy, but I can't do that. I have to say, I think, yeah, I possess a lot of the qualities that an outstanding English teacher should possess, as so many of my colleagues do. I'm so proud to be part of the staff at Ashbrook High School. It's so proud to be a Gaston County Schools teacher and to represent our county with this award.
Jesse Birnstihl, English teacher at Ashbrook High School, we want to congratulate you once again on that statewide honor from the North Carolina English Teachers Association. And we feel like that you are very deserving of this award. We know that you're an outstanding English teacher. I think your students and your colleagues know that. And again, we want to say congratulations to you. Very well deserved. And we want to thank you for being with us here today on GCS Today.
Thank you so much, Todd. It's a great honor to serve our community and our students.
Thank you for watching GCS Today here on Channel 21. Before we go, we would like to congratulate Cherville High School senior Ben Hayes, who was chosen as a Campus Captain Award winner. The honor is presented by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association to recognize student athletes for their efforts to build back sports during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we would like to recognize Stuart W. Kramer High School counselor Yeva Hall Williamson, who was selected for the College Board Counselor Recognition Program. The acknowledgement honors outstanding school counselors for their hard work and dedication in preparing students for college and career success. Stay tuned to Channel 21 for the latest news and information from Gaston County Schools. For GCS Today, I'm Todd Higgins. We look forward to seeing you next time.